All right. You guys hear me? Okay, good. All right. Um, we've got a lot to talk about. First off, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in months. I have been um haven't felt like eating. I mean, eating. Damn it! God damn it! I gotta cut that out. I haven't felt like uploading in months. I think the last time I uploaded was like, and I don't have my camera, so I'm gonna have to be recording with. I don't have my camera anymore to record with like I have in the past. Um, so it's been kind of hard for me to record and upload videos. I don't think I've made a video since it'll be the show 26 back in maybe April. Haven't had the just haven't had the vibe to upload like I used to anymore. Um, Not a lot of things out there that made me want to upload or make content like I did. So I really haven't been doing videos that much for YouTube. Um, I see that I still have those remaining subscribers that I had. Surprised they're still around since I haven't uploaded in a long time. But yeah, and I've been kind of busy with a lot of other things too, and just haven't had a chance to do much. There's a lot of things I wanted to talk about, including I'm thinking about getting Batman, um, Lego Batman, The Legacy of the Dark Knight, um, because I want to play it because I heard it's really good, and there's so many references um and stuff to the movies with the past, which I've heard is really good, and they did a good job with the game, so I wanted to play it. Um, I think the last time I uploaded was April, if I remember straight. I have thought about doing gameplay, game capture footage of um Legacy of the Dark Knight once I get it, because I'm thinking about getting it. Um, I got a $100 gift card for my birthday, and I was making videos. And I'm sorry, and I was waiting. I was planning on waiting to get the new what was it? Gosh, what was it? The new uh e-baseball Pro Spirits game coming out in July. I'm either gonna get that or I'm gonna get the new Power Pros game that came out 2026 and 2027. Um, but you can only get that off Play Asia. Um, I did, however, pick up 2024, 2025 Pro Spirits. I got it back in early June. Um, but there's been a lot of stuff going on with me. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't really felt like doing much. Um, I don't know. I probably lost a lot of viewers and audience considering I haven't had the equipment to upload really, and two, um, I haven't felt like it. But it's been a while, man. It's been a long time. It has. I want to get back into uploading and making content again and live streaming and stuff. There's a bunch of they also during that time my computer got bugged with a bunch of uh, malware and viruses and stuff, and had to be refixed and reset. And I had to re-download everything again, including OBS. So I really haven't had a chance to use it. But I have been going through a lot of stuff, including in my life. So I just haven't had the motivation. But I'm thinking about getting back to uploading again and making content and doing content. I mean, and um, talking about stuff like this, talking about things going around with gaming and um, things like that. Haven't really had a chance to check out DSP in a while and other stuff like that. And I have been wanting to talk a little bit about the news again and what's going on with everything and discuss that. Um, but I really haven't been keeping up to date with that as much as I used to. But yeah, I've heard about the whole thing where they're negotiating. They called off the strikes with Iran to go to consider a deal this weekend. So something. But the biggest thing I wanted to talk about is Nintendo Direct came out um, on June 9th. And I wanted to talk about this because I'm considering in the future maybe getting a Nintendo Switch 2. Um, because I really liked the direct and what they did with it and a lot of stuff. I didn't get to see all of it, so we're gonna go over it. But I watched a little bit of it. Um, I wanted to give my thoughts on that, talk about that, discuss that, and I believe it's been yeah, it's been since April. I haven't uploaded in 2 months, so um, sorry about that. I was I believe the last time I actually had really was interested in uploading was when I was playing franchise mode with the show and um I uploaded that I uploaded that for April once I think that was when I got the show early or I got it before my birthday and that was when I was uploading. So and then I did SpongeBob the new SpongeBob game. I uploaded the video footage of the new SpongeBob game, Titans of the Tide. But yeah, I really like Nintendo Direct. It's making me want to get a Switch too. I really do want to get one. Um, Thinking about it. And I've also heard that yesterday they announced that the new Steam machine's coming. Valve's got the new Steam machine in stock, so um, there's a lot of good stuff with gaming happening. 007 First Light came out. I have considered getting that or Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. I am a huge James Bond fan, so I really do like the 007 series, and I like the Hitman series, so I really was interested in playing that. IO Interactive, the Hitman franchise was one of my favorites, but I love 007 and the whole idea of um playing with a younger James Bond. Like I don't know, but yeah, 007 First Light came out. Um, Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight came out, and what else released? I think that's it. Um, for now. Yeah, yeah, those are the big ones. Those are the big releases. Um, but I've considered getting both of those games, but I don't know if I have the money to get both. So because they're both $70, they're both $70. Since they've launched. So yeah. I've really seen. I watched a lot of footage of Deadpool 7 First Light. I really do like it. I've watched a lot of it on the X or on Twitter, and it's really cool. I've been keeping up to date with gaming and stuff going around YouTube and stuff. I mean, with the gaming going around and stuff, just paying attention, watching. Uh, with First Light and Legacy of the Dark Knight, those are two games that I really have wanted to play. And if you guys didn't know, I know this is already kind of a known thing, but they're coming out with the Devil, blah, blah, blah. They're coming out with it. This is the first time I have recorded in a long time, so I kind of got to get things straight again. Um, they're coming out with the Nintendo Switch 2 version of the Legacy of the Dark Knight. It's coming out in September 19th. Um, I think it's September 19th. Yeah. It's on the eShop, so I don't think you can play Legacy of the Dark Knight on the Switch unless you have this the Switch 2, as far as I know of, but I'm not sure. And I'm trying to remember if there's some things I've haven't talked about while I've been gone. Um, Table 7, First Light. Let's see. Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Um, they're working on Resident Evil. There's a new Resident Evil in the works with Code Veronica, and they're remaking. Supposedly, there's also a new AAA game in development at Rockstar, not Rockstar, Rocksteady, and a new AAA Batman game in the works at Rocksteady. I don't know. It says it's going to be done by James Gunn of the DC universe. So I don't know. I was looking at some stuff yesterday, and they got a new Yellowstone. They're working on a Yellowstone game. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'll see. And I think that's about it. I think that's about it for me being gone. Thank you guys for bearing with me for these 2 months. I've been trying to get my life together, and things worked out um over the last 2 months. Since April. It's a lot of things have changed in my life since April, so I've kind of had to get used to a lot of stuff. But I've been gone for 2 months. But I kept thinking to myself, I want to come back and I want to upload again. I want to make videos. I want to stream. I want to do content again because I love this, and I really do enjoy this. And I did enjoy doing it for months, but I got out of it. But I really do like uploading, talking about gaming, talking about interacting with the audience and the viewers. That might have changed a lot over the last 2 months, but um, I really do like making content, you know, and I wanted to get back to doing that. So yeah, I might do some more show content. I might do some more LB to show content. I was on a win streak. I was on an undefeated win streak in LB to show 26 with franchise mode. I'm like 26-0 in franchise mode before I started playing I started playing the Batman Arkham games again too, and I beat Asylum on the Switch, and I was playing City, and I also started playing Pro Spirits. I like Pro Spirits. I wish it would have English commentary added onto it, and they're gonna have that now in the new one that's coming out in July. But I want that and everything. They're also remaking Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is a huge thing for me because I grew up with those games. I'm nostalgia for old classics, and I love Zelda. I have both of the new Zeldas. I have Breath of the Wild uh and Tears of the Kingdom for the Switch. Um, I'd played more Breath of the Wild than I did Tears of the Kingdom though. Um, and Ocarina of Time being remade is awesome. That sounds really cool. That would really get me to want to buy a Switch 2 or to get a Switch 2. That was one of the biggest announcements, and then I really liked Star Fox. Star Fox was the other one I liked. The new Star Fox game coming out, and the in-depth analysis they did on the stuff they did on Star Fox, like the review and everything, and the playthrough, and talking about the game and what you can do co-op and the challenges and everything. But yeah, I think that's about it. But we're gonna talk about Nintendo Direct. I think discuss that and go over that. So I think it's kind of little kind of late to be talking about this, but I want to discuss it and make a video on it. Okay, let's see.
Including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch. Let's begin with some headlines.
Okay, so they do still have games coming to Switch, but it looks like their Switch 2 is primarily, most of them are coming to Switch 2.
Master the way of the sword.
Let's see your best then, eh?
Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Yeah, the new Onimusha game is one of my favorites too. I want to play this because I was a fan of both of them, and they remastered Sunrise Destiny, which I never actually got around to playing, but I did have it on Steam.
A new entry in the Swordplay Action series is slashing onto Nintendo Switch 2. Edo-era Kyoto has been overrun by monsters known as Genma. Now, Miyamoto Musashi must prove himself beyond measure. Parry. Deflect. And the powerful counterattack Isen. Master these techniques to strike down the enemies in your path.
I have to say, it's probably one of the better looking Onimushas they made in recent years.
Armaments are also at your disposal to turn the tides of battle.
It does remind me of FromSoft, though. It does remind me of a FromSoft title, kind of. Got elements.
You can even use...
Got elements and combat and mechanics.
Joy-Con 2 motion controls to intuitively slay Genma. As fates intertwine, will you cut down those that stand in your way? Onimusha, Way of the Sword launches on Nintendo Switch 2, September 25th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
This is another game I wanted to play.
Your unwritten epic begins. Dragon's Dogma 2: Dark Arisen is heading to Nintendo Switch 2. You are the Arisen, a hero burdened with the fate of slaying the dragon who has taken your heart. In this expanded version of Dragon's Dogma 2, explore the new land of Norgen, seek out spoils, then appraise them to reveal new weapons, armor, or skills. With these arms at the ready, take down powerful monsters in this single-player action RPG adventure. From a fighter specializing in close-range combat to a mage skilled in spell casting, choose the vocation that fits your playstyle. Plus, you can lead up to 3 pawns, custom companions who act on their own. When taking on massive monsters, you can climb them to strike their weak points. Fighting alongside your pawns is
So kind
key
of like
to
Shadow of the
victory.
Colossus.
In a world between dark and light, embark on an adventure and tell a tale all your own. What fate awaits the Arisen and their pawns? Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen launches on Nintendo Switch 2, October 9th. Otherworldly endeavors await in these games. Earth has been driven to the brink of annihilation by mysterious life forms called the Naytiba.
Oh, cool! They're bringing Stellar Blade to Switch.
Now, join Eve on her
Switch 2.
mission to save humanity and
I
reclaim
didn't
the
know
planet.
that. Actually, I think I did know
Engage
that.
in high-speed
I saw
combat that
now.
focuses on timing. Then find your opening and strike. Defeat enemies to acquire new skills. Then strategically deploy them to fit the situation. Can you save humanity and reclaim Earth for humankind? Stellar Blade launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this year. Blast off in the 2-player co-op adventure Orbitals. Protect your home in an expedition across the galaxy.
So it's
There
like
are
an
many
indie.
interstellar areas to explore. Melt ice to make a path. Activate devices in time with the beat. Escape from incoming enemies and more. Brave the dangers ahead in your voyage through the stars. 2 players can also work together locally or online using GameShare. Work together and overcome the crisis of the cosmos. Orbitals launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system September 3rd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Journey through the Glade of Dreams in this bold
Yeah, I heard
reimagining
about
of
the Rayman
Rayman
Legends
Legends.
Retold game.
When a shadowy villain starts spreading corruption, it's up to Rayman and his friends to leap, glide, and punch their way through charming and colorful worlds. Ride dragons across realms. Dive into 4 new musical stages. And enjoy more added content. Up to 4 players can go out on a limb in local co-op. You can also play a revamped version of Kung Fu using GameShare locally or online. Rayman Legends Retold launches on Nintendo Switch 2, October 1st. It's a great day for a big walk. Get lost with friends in this online co-op walking and talking adventure.
I
Set
think
off
this
through
is
a
where I
peaceful
left off
world,
at. This is where I picked
brimming
up
with
the-
challenges, puzzles, and lots of things to discover. Enjoy the sights and sounds as you work together to find your way around. Use all sorts of tools to stay in touch.
Can anyone hear me?
And figure out new methods of communicating if you're in a pickle.
Thank you.
They might even be a little unconventional.
I fell down
And
the
if you're
hole
not
again.
quite up to adventuring, you can always just relax with your pals. Enjoy the sunset, dance the night away, or steal something from a friend and kick it into the ocean. You know, the usual stuff. You can also use mouse controls or hang out with friends using cross-platform play. After all, spending quality time together is the best part of a big walk. Strolling onto Nintendo Switch 2, August 4th. Season the seas. Build your very own floating restaurant with the Straw Hat Crew.
Yeah, the One Piece Grand Gourmet
Cook up
game,
recipes with Sanji.
I do have to admit.
Craft the menu. Decorate it to your liking. Then serve your customers as you run the restaurant. By searching for and collecting ingredients, you'll expand your menu offerings. Use devil fruit abilities to prepare piping hot steaks. Or whip up tongue-tingling Tauntaun noodles. You can make all sorts of delicious dishes. Spend in-game money to change up the restaurant's interior and expand it to attract even more customers. Over 400 characters from the One Piece series will appear. Mouse controls are also supported on Nintendo Switch 2. Get ready for a feast of epic proportions in One Piece Grand Gourmet, sailing onto the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems October 23rd.
Yeah. Yeah, this was definitely where I picked up the presentation. Pokopia. I wouldn't
Keep
mind playing
adventuring in
Pokopia.
Pokemon Pokopia, even beneath the sea. Explore the world on the ocean floor with a free update. By using the new move Dive, you can enjoy life with Pokemon living under the sea. Plant grass, build structures, and expand your towns underwater. This free update is scheduled to release in August 2026. And there's more! The Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass paid DLC is on the way. Discover a brand new town, Bubbly Basin. There you'll find new furniture, new outfits, and new friends. The Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass paid DLC will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. Part 1 of the paid DLC, Bubbly Basin, launches this August. Part 2 and Part 3 will launch at a later date. Look out for more details in the future.
We hope you're looking forward to more content for Pokemon Pokopia via a free update and paid DLC. Next, please take a look at this.
This is the Dagdan Empire, a prosperous land ruled by the gods.
I'm not much of a
The
fan
capital,
of-
Daxian, plays host to the Heroic Games, the winner of which is granted one wish. Powerful fighters from across
I
the
don't really
land have
play
gathered to
Fire Emblem
participate. The story revolves around 4 heroes. Kai, a young boy determined to win the games to save his imprisoned father. Dietrich, a swordsman ever on the hunt for a stronger foe. Theodora, a queen seeking to fulfill the long-held dream of her homeland. And Lita, a musician with her sights set on revenge. Guide whichever character you choose to victory as they weave their own unique tale.
Passed to me, Blade.
Between matches, you can strengthen your forces in different ways. Hone your techniques at the training grounds.
You have to admit, the game looks really good though.
Recruit new allies. Or travel beyond Daxian's walls to gain experience. How you spend your free time is up to you. Combat takes the form of turn-based tactical battles. Consider your weapon's range, and your unit's strengths on the battlefield. Plus, each of the 4 main characters comes with their own special techniques. By using these techniques to the fullest, you might turn the tide of battle.
I don't know. If I had a Switch 2, I'd give it a try, but I don't.
Rejoice with me
I'd try the
at the
demo.
advent of the underworld.
You look upon the Promised One, who will route you here and guide the living to salvation. How did it feel to upheave the world? Begone from us, the darkest dark.
Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave launches September 17th. Alongside the standard edition, there will be a special edition
Yeah, I
of the
remember
Fire
this.
Emblem Fortune's
Remember
Weave
them talking
Dagden
about
collection
this
that launches the same day. Please look forward to it.
Collection.
Let's continue with some more headlines.
I don't play Fire Emblem games.
Welcome to the next
But I
level
wouldn't
of
mind
ninja
trying that out,
battles.
but I don't think we play it.
The first part of Ninja 2 is sneaking onto Nintendo Switch 2.
I've heard about Ninja
After accidentally breaking a forbidden seal, you're stranded on an uncharted planet. Overcome the dangers lurking here to safely return to Earth in this open-world action-adventure. Use Ninja Gum to freely traverse this vast world in search of clues to get back home. You can also blow a bubble to float in the air. Defeat enemies blocking your path with weapons crafted from Ninja Gum. You can even summon buddies with Gum Ninjutsu to unleash powerful attacks. Additionally, up to 4 ninja can team up in local or online multiplayer to chew through tough battles. The first part of Ninja 2, The Uncharted Planet, launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system next spring. The DK Challenge barrels in. Coming to Nintendo Switch Online on Nintendo Switch 2, the limited time DK Challenge event. Take on challenges across many Donkey Kong games available with Nintendo Classics. By completing them, you can earn and enjoy collectible digital challenge cards. And if you have Donkey Kong Bonanza, you can attempt even more challenges. Try out ones geared for beginners, or take on developer challenges for something with a bit more punch. Rediscover Donkey Kong games, play challenges, and complete your card collection. DK Challenge can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch Online app on the home menu of your Nintendo Switch 2. You'll be able to barrel through these limited time challenges starting later today.
I don't know, bro.
Plus, in the
think
Donkey
you
Kong
can play it
Bonanza,
unless you have the
DK
Switch 2.
Island and Emerald Rush paid DLC, a limited time collaboration with Super Mario Bros. Is breaking through. Enjoy outfits for DK and Pauline, inspired by Mario and Luigi. Plus, there are coins, super mushrooms, question blocks, and more. Experience Emerald Rush as you've never seen it before with a Super Mario Bros. Twist. This limited time collaboration event will be held in 4 waves with the first wave beginning later today. From the creators of Vampire Survivors.
領域展開
The latest game from the makers of Vampire Survivors, Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivathon, casts a spell onto Nintendo Switch 2. Up to 8 players can compete online for the top spot in this Survivors Royale. At the start of a match, players don't battle directly. Instead, take down enemies on your own map to earn points. Each time you earn 100 points, you can add a rule to your run, including ones that hinder other players. The match culminates in a head-to-head final battle between the top 2 players. Who will be the final survivor? More than 20 characters from the Jujutsu Kaisen series appear. Characters can be unlocked just by playing. Battle online with players near and far, or go it alone against computer-controlled opponents. Exorcise curses, dominate rivals, and rise to the top. Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survive-a-thon launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
I don't know much about that game.
Are you up for the challenge in these games? Brutal, unforgiving battles storm onto Nintendo Switch 2. In a forsaken world, a looming darkness devours all in its path. Now, only one kingdom endures. Defy the will of the gods to save what remains of humanity. Master brutal melee combat, devastating sorceries, and lethal ranged attacks. Test your mettle against towering abominations on your journey across the realms of the living and the dead. A hero must rise for a god to fall. Lords of the Fallen 2 launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this fall. Enter a darkly elegant world based on the story of Pinocchio in Lies of P. In a city under siege, you must fight rampaging mechanical puppets and seek the cause of this upheaval while confronting your own humanity. Take on enemies using customizable weapons and prosthetic arms that allow you to swap between different abilities. But know this, the lies you tell will alter your fate. Lies of P Complete Edition, which includes Overture, a prequel expansion to the main game, launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system August 6th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. The most recent entry in the legendary Devil May Cry series is slashing its way onto Nintendo Switch 2. Play as Nero, Dante, V, and Virgil, each armed with different battle styles, as you fight off hordes of demons and epic bosses. Pull off stylish attacks, dodges, and combos with your vast arsenal of weapons and skills.
Cool. I wouldn't mind
Enjoy
playing that.
thrilling, high-octane combat at 60 frames per second in both TV mode and handheld mode. Plus, additional content such as battle tracks, character colors, and Devil Breaker weapons for Nero are included. Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition launches on Nintendo Switch 2 June 23rd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Enter a mystical era deep in Japan's past. 6 souls determined to forge their own destinies.
So you're looking for some runaway ninja named Kisuke?
They still have some unfinished business in this world. I shall make him pay.
Let's show him we farmers have spirit.
You've sentenced me to die 7 days from now?
I'd start repenting if I were you.
An action RPG for the ages. What fate awaits those who wield the demon blades? Muramasa, Revenant Blades.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of these 3 Xenoblade Chronicles games are incoming. All 3 games run at 60 frames per second, with 4K resolution in TV mode or Full HD in handheld mode.
I did like them announcing the Xenoblade games for this.
In-game cutscenes also have enhanced resolution and frame rate.
That made me want to get a Switch 2.
Not only that, but you can travel on a high-speed vehicle in the first game. Control blades to fight mercenary squad battles in the second. And put your strength to the test against waves of enemies in the third. There's also a variety of other content added to each of the 3 games. More details will be revealed at a later date. The digital version of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, and the Upgrade Pack will be available later today. The physical version launches on July 30th. The Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will be available on the dates shown on screen.
3 Xenoblade Chronicles games are getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions. New features will be added to each title, so we hope you'll check them out. And a new story in the Xenoblade series is about to begin. Here are some early moments from the game.
アニマは世界の源であった。水も火も風も世界を構成するそのすべてが大地を流れるアニマが形を変えたものだった。そして戦いを決するのはいつもアニマとその力を自在に振るう騎士だった。
この剣の名に恥じぬよう精進します。ここがリューコス。
その石はアニマ晶石。騎士の力を増幅させるだけでなく、そのものの行動や思いも刻みます。これからのあなたの学院生活のすべてがその石と共にあると思ってください。
今日の訓練は実戦を想定してのものだ。
力の使い方なんとなく分かった気がする。
騎士って人殺しの職業で、奪われた側はどう思うんだろうな。
真実見つけてみない？
信仰を失った人の魂をドラゴンの炎で浄化することで罪が贖われる。
田舎貴族の限界を教えてあげる。
あいつ使えるぜ。定石なしで騎士の力。
生と死も全てはアニマと共にある。
帰るのさ、あの場所に。
さあ始まるわよ。兄上、行ってまいります。
ここは6つの太陽に照らし出された大地。そこで人々は知ることになる。破れた神の恨みが未だ晴らされてはいないこと。
Xenoblade Genesis marks a new beginning. What kind of story do you think will be told? Please look forward to future updates. Next, please take a look at this.
Welcome to Woohoo Island, home to all kinds of sports. Coming to Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch Sports Resort, the latest game in the series. Use the Joy-Con 2 controllers as rackets, bows,
Thought about getting this little Switch.
Or even handles. There are 12 sports to choose from, all with intuitive motion controls. Let's go over them. Punch, guard, counter, and outmaneuver for the knockout in boxing. Make quick shots to keep your opponent on their toes. In table tennis, aim for the center of the target and let that arrow fly. In archery, enjoy rallies with different types of shots in tennis. Bump, set, and spike in volleyball. Roll the ball straight or give it a spin to strike big in bowling. Dribble, pass, and shoot to score in basketball. Adjust your shot's power, then swing your club in golf. Battle with one thumb to hand your opponent a defeat in thumb wrestling. Ride through the course using mouse controls in skateboarding. Steer with handles and coast along the waves in power cruising. Tilt the controller and fly around freely in prop plane. Plus, you can warm up for these sports with jump rope. You can create and play as a sportsmate or me character.
Yeah, that didn't look like me. Those characters look kind of bad.
Enjoy playing all kinds of sports on Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system October 22nd. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Nintendo Switch Sports Resort is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We showed all the sports included, but since we have the opportunity, let's try one of the new sports, thumb wrestling.
Before the match, let's go over the rules. Hold down your opponent's thumb for 3 seconds, and you'll win. If yours gets pinned, just shake the controller to break free. And if you keep your thumb held down, it'll get bigger and stronger.
3, 2, 1.
You'll need this to claim victory.
Here's to a great thumb wrestling match. The thumb moves, just like this.
Round 1.
Here we go. Let's have a good match. Oh, got him right away.
2, 1. Breakout.
Oh, they broke free. All right. Let's try this. Oh, we bumped thumbs. Oh, go, go, go. Hold it. Oh, they broke free again. You have to keep them pinned. No, wait.
Breakout.
Whew. I was worried for a second there. Okay, thumb started to sparkle, and the nail got bigger. Hold on a second. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's okay. Everything is fine. My thumb returned to normal. Ooh, it's sparkling again. Now let's try. Oh, I got deflected. Wait a minute. I lost. Please wait a little longer for Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. Let's move on to more headlines.
Survive a land ruled by dragons. The world of RuneScape comes to Nintendo Switch 2. An ancient power has awakened on the forgotten continent of Ashenfall. Explore a land infused with magic and uncover lost secrets on your journey to face the Dragon Queen. In this survival crafting adventure, delve into the mysteries of Ashenfall, amongst the ruins of fallen civilizations. On your expedition, harness the land's transformative magic to gather resources, craft gear, and build shelter. Then, step into battle, forge weapons, sharpen your skills, and face the danger that awaits. Survive the wilds, unveil lost secrets,
Okay.
And challenge dragons in RuneScape Dragon Wilds, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 September 15th. Get on board for these games. Customize your own avatar and play in the adorable world of Hello Kitty Party Land. Join the party with over 40 character-themed mini-games and several board games. There are over 140 Sanrio characters to meet. Plus, you can choose from 16 partner characters, collect stickers, and so much more. Hello Kitty Party Land launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch October 29th.
So let's get down there and finish the job.
Blast off for adventure across the Lylat system with Fox McCloud and his crew.
Well done, Fox.
A battle for the fate of the galaxy begins. Star Fox launches on Nintendo Switch 2, June 25th. A free demo that includes a tutorial and one of the game's opening stages will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. Hope resonates within the crystals. Get ready for the first Final Fantasy game in HD 2D, Final Fantasy Resonance. This is Lapis, a vast world that has prospered through the power of crystals. But after the invasion of the Veritas, this once thriving world lies on the brink of annihilation. Now Rain, a knight of Grandshelt, must journey across the realm with his companions to stop the Veritas. In thrilling turn-based battles, call upon visions, iconic Final Fantasy heroes from other worlds to take down monsters. Can you uncover the truth behind the Veritas and the secrets the crystals hold? Final Fantasy Resonance launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems October 22nd. A weird, whimsical world is waiting. Piku Niku returns in a new 3D puzzle exploration adventure. What do giant fruit, malevolent robot frogs, and an all-powerful potato have in common? Nothing. Other than a shadowy conspiracy, of course. Meet a cavalcade of curious characters, each with their own problems and puzzles to solve. But beneath this seemingly happy world lies a sinister plot to squeeze the locals for all they're worth. Time to join the resistance. By using Piku's surprising abilities, help solve the people's problems in surprising and downright oddball ways. Feeling baffled by these affable denizens? Embrace these strange encounters and bring about an ultimate understanding. And in this sequel, navigate and explore in full 3D as you discover the secrets of this vivid, colorful world. Get ready to wander, solve, and gossip in Piku Niku 2, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
Digital.
Prepare for an all-new monster-filled adventure! Two girls find themselves lost in the kingdom of Witherwood. There they gain the power to turn monsters into friends. Spot a monster you fancy? Scout it! planets will fight by your side. And that's not all. Synthesize 2 monsters to create more powerful allies. Now, take on the most fearsome of foes with a team that's uniquely your own. Adventure is calling, and it's monstrously fun. Dragon Quest Monsters, the Withered World.
Huh. About time you got here.
Upon the ancient blood sovereign's honor. We are monsters, each vying for blood.
Ah, you're finally here. Worthy spirit.
That game was pretty good. Closing test, summer 2026. Dust Bloods.
How was that? Next, we have more news about an upcoming treasure hunting game.
Hey everyone, here is some fresh news about Splatoon Raiders, a new single-player focused adventure. Check out this neat little place, the hideout ship out on the water. There's Deep Cut, a trio of swashbuckling musicians. And this scrappy individual? That's you. Let's call this handy youth the Mechanic. The 4 of them are using the hideout ship as their hub, hunting for treasure across these landmasses, the Spiralite Islands. All right, time for a quick dive. Looks like the treasure they're after is at the base of those lights. But there's a bunch of aggressive creatures called salmonids in the way. And when you get too close, they'll attack immediately. The salmonids aren't pushovers either, so you shouldn't go it alone. That's where this comes in, the Exploration Bot. A member of Deep Cut pilots it during your treasure hunts and attacks automatically. Launches you in the air for extra height. And even gets out of the bot to unleash special moves like this. You'll also get support in the form of gadgets. There's one that continuously fires ink after it's placed. Another that slices through enemies. Another that spins ink around you, and more. And the best part, you can use them together. It'd be nice if that made things easier, though. So to recap, do not underestimate the salmonids. Yikes, this is tougher than it looks. But the salmonids aren't the only powerful ones around here. Through battles, you, the Mechanic, will also get stronger by leveling up. And you can customize all sorts of upgrades to fit your playstyle. Oh, looks like time's up. There are even more details to cover in the upcoming Splatoon Raiders Direct, airing on June 30th. And in the smart device app Nintendo Today, see the story events leading up to Splatoon Raiders with daily comics ahead of launch. Plus, in collaboration with this game, there's going to be a special Splatfest in Splatoon 3. The theme looks like it's about Splatoon Raiders. Details will be announced here. Look out for more info in the future. Don't forget to check this out too. See ya!
So what did you think? Splatoon Raiders is just around the corner. We'll also be releasing new Joy-Con 2 controllers inspired by Deep Cut. We hope you're looking forward to it. Let's see some more headlines.
Oh yeah, this was Deltarune. I remember that.
Awaken your power.
Heed me, O kingless. Whosoever hath truly earned the greatest faith of the citizenry shall ascend to throne and crown by right of kings.
This is the United Kingdom of Euchronia, inhabited by 8 tribes. The next king shall be decided by the will of the people. By decree of the king, as his face floats in the sky, the tournament for the throne begins. As the realm grapples with its first ever election, those vying for the throne put their plans into action. As one of the throne's candidates, you'll travel across the kingdom, forging bonds with compelling characters along the way. Various enemies stand in your path.
This battle's ours.
There are monsters roaming this world,
You'll feel this one!
as well as other candidates, and strange beasts known as humans. Control your destiny and change the world in Metaphor ReFantazio, launching on the Nintendo Switch 2 system November 12th. Create, explore, survive. A dedicated Nintendo Switch 2 version of Minecraft is on the way. Dig into your Minecraft adventure on Nintendo Switch 2 with support for vibrant visuals. And embark on a journey across a world with enhanced lighting and shadow effects. Plus, Nintendo Switch worlds can be carried over, so you can pick up right where you left off. What will you create next? Minecraft launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this year. Battle of light and darkness approaches.
Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer.
with memorable adventures. 3 collections of Kingdom Hearts games are coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Traverse through iconic Disney and Pixar worlds. Befriend all sorts of magical allies. And battle enemies in action RPG combat. Relive these stories or experience them for the first time alongside Sora and his friends as they fight the darkness. If you have the cloud versions on Nintendo Switch, you can transfer your existing save data to these Nintendo Switch 2 games. These 3 collections launch on Nintendo Switch 2 October 8th. A bundle with all 3 compilations, Kingdom Hearts Collection 1 through 3, also launches October 8th. Additionally, a free demo of Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind will be available later today on Nintendo eShop.
「この世界の構造はとても複雑で、私たちが定義する光と闇を具現化したものは存在しなかった。でもそれを定義するものがこの世界に来たことで、この世界にも私たちの定義する闇が現れた。
How was that? Next is our last announcement. Please take a look.
Long ago, there was a land called Hyrule, created by beings of supreme divinity. At the very edge of this kingdom, there lay a small forest. Within it, an ancient solitary tree quietly watched over the inhabitants of the forest. These forest dwellers were called the Kokiri. Each had a fairy companion, and they lived out their innocent lives in these woods. However, there was one particular boy who did not have a fairy.
I think the announcement of Ocarina of Time remake,
The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina,
Kingdom Hearts 4, and what was the other one? Yeah, and maybe the RuneScape thing are what were my 3 biggest favorite announcements.
Of Time will be reborn on Nintendo Switch 2.
But I think Ocarina of Time remake
More
was
details
probably
will be
my
announced in
favorite.
the future, so please look forward to them. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Earlier this year, Devon-san was appointed as the new president of Nintendo of America. We'd like to conclude this presentation with a few words from Devon-san. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Koizumi-san. Hi, everyone. I'm Devin Pritchard, and after 20 years at Nintendo, one of my favorite things about gaming is still that moment I get to try something new. I watch the trailers, I hear about a game, but the moment I pick up a controller, that's when it all comes together. And for me, that's what games have always been about. Those little moments that surprise me and allow me to immerse myself in different worlds. You can read about a game, you can watch a trailer, but nothing beats seeing it for yourself. And that's a big part of what Nintendo Treehouse Live is about. Getting a closer look, hearing from the teams, and spending more time with the games themselves. So let's get to it. We've got a new Nintendo Treehouse Live ready to go, with a few games I hope you find interesting. And if you enjoyed Splatoon Raiders in today's Nintendo Direct, this July at San Diego Comic-Con, we'll have the game playable on the show floor. Because at the end of the day, I think the best way to understand a game is to pick up the controller and play. Thanks for watching. I'm really looking forward to sharing more of what I love about games and bringing those experiences to all of you. And now it's time for Treehouse Live. Over to you, team.
Hi everyone, welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live. My name is Teresa and I'm joined.
Alright, so that was what that was what I liked the most. I think I probably had to say that I probably think the Nintendo Direct, my favorites are Ocarina of Time remake, Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, and the RuneScape Dragon Wilds. And yeah, I don't know. Oh, sleepy. Yeah, that's it. Let me see here a minute.
Hereby get
Okay, they did Starfall.
These different challenges that you unlock.
Go anywhere. We're actually
Kind of the gameplay and your adventure here is finding new loot and new weapons. Alright, now that you cleared out those enemies there.
What is happening here? I haven't been practicing.
You should be able to kind of make it easier. Nice.
Thank you.
Notice I waited and like this again. Oh, that's good. Yeah, they're all coming at different times, right? There's like a single beat space between this, like right now, and this is also a pretty quicker one.
little images that come after each other.
Cute little heart.
Bouncing back and forth between good accuracy and not so good accuracy.
We'll just make you do most of the talking from here on out.
I agree with this. I agree with this.
And to your point, this is like, this is a co-op game. We're going to help each other. So
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Maybe where's the golf cart? There it is.
Of this Switch Sports Resorts release trailer, I heard thumb wrestling, which I'm really not sure about, and I saw they brought back Playmates, which I'm not too crazy about. I wish they would have got rid of those and left them in Switch Sports. But alas, they brought them back. Now I just need to find where in the Direct. They didn't announce DLC for Mario Kart World, did they? And here it is. Let me make sure I get it right at the beginning. Let's see what
kind of story do you think will be told? Please look forward to future updates. Next, please take a look at this.
Oh boy.
Welcome to Woohoo
This was
Island.
the other thing I saw. They brought back Woohoo Island.
To Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch
A
Sports,
step in the right direction
the
there.
latest game in the series.
Switch Sports was a letdown. Let's be honest there. But Nintendo is still coming with Switch Sports Resort. So they're very committed to this, but I'm guessing when they came out with Switch Sports, they already knew that they were going to do Sports Resort as well to follow it up on the Switch 2, no matter how that game sold. That's my guess. And it looks like a lot of things are the same. And here's the just atrocious, ugly-ass Playmates. Why, or Sportsmates, whatever they call them. Why? No one likes them. Just make them Mii's. I mean, you did bring back Tamagotchi Life. You reinvigorated the Mii culture, the Mii brand, and then you just go back to these soulless yuck.
Use the Joy-Con 2 controllers as rapid.
I'm sure you can play as a Mii in it, though. I'd hope, like they did in Switch
or even handles.
Sports.
There are 12 sports to choose from, all with intuitive motion controls. Let's go over them.
Intuitive. I'll be the judge of that when I get it.
Counter and outmaneuver.
Boxing.
In boxing.
So, boxing was left out of Switch Sports, but brought back in Resort, Switch Sports Resort. But it's the opposite in the Wii Sports brand, which
Make
interesting.
Quick shots to keep your opponent on their toes.
Ping pong, that's good. That's
table tennis.
a classic. But you know, again, you're not playing against like people want to play against Lucia again. They better have brought back the champions. And also, the skill level system was a huge huge miss in Switch Sports. You know, where you can go pro at 1,000 skill points, and as you rank up, you play different opponents with certain skill levels until you get to the champion. I really hope they brought that back, because even when they brought back like Matt and Chambara in Switch Sports, it was, you just press something to get him. You didn't have to advance in the game at all to play against him, which ruins playability.
Enjoy rallies with different types of shots in tennis.
In tennis, that's good. Again, another original
and spike
Wii Sports game that's not in the resort version.
Roll the ball straight.
So
or
bowling
give it a
again
spin to strike
and volleyball again.
in bowling. Dribble.
Basketball's back
and shoot to
again.
score in basketball.
Very curious how basketball will be different than Switch Sports.
Adjust your shot's power, then swing your club in golf.
Can we start with, oh, here's the frickin' thumb wrestling. Can we start with another thing here? Like, maybe I'm coping, or it doesn't seem like Nintendo, as of late, the remakes or the new games that they've been coming with, they're all games that are my bread and butter of my channel. I'm starting to think Nintendo is just trying to feed me content at this point. This is cope, because Nintendo doesn't really do much with the community interaction, let alone like I've never ever talked to Nintendo in my life. But this is great. Tamagotchi Life, the original Switch Sports, now Switch Sports Resort. I don't know. It's interesting. They've been feeding me, which means I'm probably due for like 10 years after this of 0 games that have any relevance to my most popular games I've ever played on my channel.
Battle with
thumb wrestling, though. This is
hand your opponent a defeat in thumb wrestling. Ride through the course
skateboarding?
using mouse controls in skateboarding.
That looks like it'll be boring as hell.
Steer with handles and coast along the
Power
lanes
cruising,
in
nice.
Power cruising.
Now I can write off my
Tilt
jet
the
skis as a
controller
tax
and
write-off
fly
for
around
practice for
freely
that.
in prop plane.
Prop plane, okay. I mean, it's similar to the one
Warm
from
up for these
Resort.
sports with jump rope.
Okay, well,
You can
that
create
is
and
not
play
fun.
As a sportsmate.
Fuck
Or
Sportsmates.
me character.
Thank you. Good. All the characters should be me's. Sportsmates should die. You should have left them in Switch Sports. No one liked them.
Enjoy playing all kinds of sports on Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Long time to go on
October
this one.
22nd. Pre-orders begin
Well,
later today on Nintendo eShop.
4 months. Oh.
Oh.
really good stuff in here. It was missing a lot of like the big crazy Nintendo first party bombshells. But yeah, no one can convince me that this was a bad Direct, as I see many people claiming. I mean, of course, it's all subjective, I know. I'll go more into my overall thoughts at the end, but as always, let's just talk about the stuff that stood out to me. And, you know, there actually was, there was quite a lot. Let's, instead of going chronologically, let's start by talking about the third parties, which I guess I recognize is gonna be most of this discussion, is the third parties. The funny thing about this Direct is that, like, I don't know, if this were a partner Direct, it would have been...
I gotta tell you, I don't know if I've ever walked away from a Direct and thought both these two things at once. One, that was kind of mid and not anywhere near what I expected from a Direct at this point. And two, that was probably the greatest Direct I've ever seen, purely for the end of it. I'm literally gonna cry. I am tingle. My body is tingling. And yeah, it was ruined. It was leaked months ago. We all knew it was coming. It wasn't any big surprise. Ocarina of Time remake, but it was still just so satisfying to see. So immediately we dive into this fully voiceover narrated intro on this gorgeous tapestry, and all of this is new. This is Telltale. This is a sign that's telling us this might be Ocarina of Time again, but it's reimagined. It has new beats. It has new life. Oh my God. The way that it dissolves from that tapestry cartoony Link into this realistic looking young boy Link in the Unreal Engine 5 style of Zelda game that we've been teased by YouTube for the last 10 years. This is giving larger than Nintendo. This is giving larger than Zelda. It's hard to put it to words, and maybe it's just my ineffable excitement. I don't know if that's the word I was looking for. I went on a large rant about this. If you want to go watch it, maybe I can post it as its own thing, because I had so many thoughts that I cannot squeeze into a reaction video right now. I will say that I am a little disappointed we didn't see more for a game that's apparently coming 2026, and in a Direct that really didn't give us that much from Nintendo. And I would even say what we did get